Patrick McNeil joined now on the pregame show by Cape Breton Eagles head coach Jake Grimes. And Jake, I'll start off. How different does it feel starting year two as a QMJHL coach as opposed to year one?
You know what? Almost as new. Obviously, we're here under different circumstances. We're going about things a lot differently than normal because we're trying to do our best to have a season and get into action and get things going as normal as we possibly can. So there's a lot of newness to it, even though it's the second year.
The players have been waiting a long time to get back on the ice. How different was this training camp, and how excited are the guys to actually play meaningful games when the puck drops?
Well, the training camp was shorter right off the hop. We had to make decisions in a real quick time. The decisions were tough. One thing I think I came to the conclusion of was there was no way to fully compete the way you're going to compete at a training camp for all their time off, their 5.5 months they're leading up to that point. And I think it took a little while just to get into that and get going. That's about the only difference. It took a little while to get going, and that's completely understandable.
One player that fans may not know about is Jack Campbell. Because of the way the quarantine rules work, he didn't get a chance to play any preseason games with the Eagles. Did you get a chance to know Jack and evaluate him from what you've seen in practice? What does he bring to the team?
Yep, we've had some conversations with him, obviously. He's a straight-up guy. He's a straight shooter. He's serious about the game. He's serious about his training. He practices very well. He's an intense guy. He's a gritty guy, and he has a nice degree of skill already as well. It could be an upside there, and we're happy so far with him.
Obviously, the Eagles are in a position that a lot of other teams around the league are in, that you don't have either your import forwards. That's probably taking a bit of a bite out of the top six. How has that affected your planning for the coming season?
Well, that's it. Adversity is opportunity. Everybody wants to play higher in the lines no matter where they are. Even if you're a first-line guy, you always want more ice time. There's always more to strive for. If the two boys are unable to join us, or one of them is unable to join us, well, there's one or two spots available to be competed for, and I think we've got a lot of guys that are going to try and step up and take those.
The timeline of everything has just been completely thrown into whack. You're playing a couple of games with the NHL draft coming up. Obviously, a lot of attention on Ryan Francis. It would be shocking if he didn't get picked. How excited are you for him, and how ready is he for that experience?
Here's a guy that did tremendous work over the summer. We already knew how skilled he was. We already knew how great a year he had. He doubled all his point totals. He crashed onto the NHL radar. We did so many things, Canada, Russia, on and on. He did a great job. So that being said, he came back even faster. He came back working even harder. He came back even with more leadership. This guy is very, very motivated, and I think that if anybody's been around any of our exhibition games or even these two games coming up, they're going to like him even more.
Looking ahead to the game against Halifax tonight, a team you saw in preseason, albeit the earlier part of preseason, so maybe not a full look at the Mooseheads. What do you know about them? A team obviously looking to take a step forward from last year.
That's right. They're a team that prides itself in winning and prides itself in having strong teams every year possible, and great history and the whole bit. So they made some moves last year to gain some youth and some skill. They're going to be better than last year for sure. They're building up to be a strong team again. They're definitely taking a step this year in the right direction.